Quick! You've just caught 500 black chinchompas and you want to use them to train your ranged up real fast, but you don't have access to the Monkey Madness tunnels or temple spiders. Where do you go? That's right, you go to the Stronghold of Security. Welcome to Goblin League, baby! Well, just did another session on the merry-go-round for 64 agility. Imagine not picking the Trickster Relic. Unbelievable the decisions some people make. Also, thanks to the Trickster Relic, I get my first level 80 in the form of Thieving, and almost 300,000 GP to show for it. Well, just had fun doing one of my favorite activities back in 2005, and that is fishing lobsters on Karamja. This is truly a very nostalgic place for me. I want to do some hunter. I want to catch chinchompa so I can get my ranged up really quickly, and of course the best way to get started on that is by doing the natural history quiz. As it turns out, hunting birds is honestly terrible for hunter XP. I got up to level 42 and realized, you know what, I should just get my crafting up instead so that I can craft some bird houses. That'll be a much better use of time. I just remembered something that I tried on my Snowflake Ultimate Iron Man and it failed miserably. But now in the league, if I have a Trickster Relic, this should actually work amazingly. Now it looks like I'm not the only one to think of this, so this chest on the Isle of Souls is normally kind of annoying because you have a relatively high failure rate, and if you fail you get teleported all the way outside of this dungeon, which is quite a run to get back in. But because I have the Trickster Relic, I have a 100% success chance, so this should be really interesting. Well, as it turns out that even with all the Trailblazer League buffs that I have, the 100% success rate, the banker's note, I still hate this method. It kind of sucks, to be honest. I guess I got a few Ranars out of it, like that's not terrible, but aside from that, I am very whelmed by this, so I'm gonna move on and do something else. Time to complete one of the most important tasks in all of leagues. Reach base level 5. Finally, if I go into the skill guide, no more level 1s. Well, I was gonna say I did at least a little bit of everything, but I haven't done rune crafting yet, but hey, no more level 1s, that's what matters. And I finally achieved bronze rank, the very first trophy. Obviously I want to go a lot further than that, but cool to see that I have started making progress. Ooh, actually I got a Falador teleport in this crate, I don't like that, get that out of there. Only one more task to go until I get to unlock my final region. And there we go, that's enough tasks to unlock a new area. Before I do that, I just want to point out that I currently have only 36 quest points. But now when I unlock Tyrannin, I now have 67 quest points from 12 quests getting auto-completed. Instead of going straight to Tyrannin, the first thing I'm going to do is go to the Tears of Guthix. I'm going to tell Zanuck a story about a quest that I didn't actually do. Only 46 tears collected, not a huge amount, but also not a big deal because I'll still get a ton of Herblore levels from this. From 7 to 21, perfect. And that also gives me base level 10s. Okay, now it's time to go and visit Tyrannin. Obviously, Tyrannin is largely a high-level place, so there's not a whole lot for me to do right now, but I will try to get my stats up as fast as possible so that I can unlock the Gauntlet, because I would really love to get my hands on a full set of Crystal Armor and the Bow of Faradidin. I bet you've never seen anyone training at the Chaos Salter using regular bones. At 126 XP each, I am getting exactly half of what you would get with Dragon Bones in the regular game. And keep in mind, I currently have an 8 times multiplier. But I just got a bunch of these from hunting birds for hunter levels, so I figured I might as well just use them up instead of throwing them away. It turns out these bones should be just barely enough. There we go, for 43 prayer, which means that I now have access to all 3 protection prayers. Yeah, I guess that did look kind of silly, but whatever. I just used up something I already had. If I bake this bread on this range, I will complete the Lumbridge and Draenor Easy Diary, and in doing so, also have enough points to unlock my tier 5 relic. Now, I'm fairly certain that about 90% of people have chosen Treasure Seeker. This might be a hot take, but I think it's kind of overrated. I don't see a whole lot of value here, to be entirely honest. And I think that a lot of people are sleeping on this Bloodthirsty relic. One thing that I find very interesting about this relic is that these Bloodthirsty Superior Slayer creatures have an additional role on their own unique drop table. So I'm going to assume functions a little bit like the Loran's Key or Brimstone Key drop table. So basically it's just getting a bunch of extra supplies in addition to other Slayer buffs. So I'm definitely going to take this one. That's already 5 out of 8 tiers done. I'm also gonna claim my Lumbridge and Draenor diary reward. This is not useful since it actually teleports me outside of my area and I have infinite run energy. So I'm just gonna drop it for now, but this lamp is a nice little bit of Herblore XP. 30,000. Getting me up to 41. Wow, that's already enough for prayer potions. One thing that I completely glossed over and just realized is that relic tier now gives me a 12 times XP boost as opposed to the previous 8 times, which is huge. So I just got 85 thieving from guards, managed to rebuild my cash stack a little bit, but now keeping in mind that here I'm getting 560 XP drops and 60 coins at a time. I want to see how much faster these two things advance when I move on to elves. Alright, gotta find someone to pickpocket. Aristor, you look like you got some loose change in your pockets. What does that work out to? That's like 8 times more XP than pickpocketing guards? And this coin pouch, if I open it, gives, oh my god, that's over 10 times as much GP. This is such a huge improvement over guards. I can see why so many people have 99 thieving already. Don't mind me just casually gaining over 12 million thieving XP per hour. Well, here comes the easiest 99 of my life. 99 thieving with the Trickster relic. Took pretty much no effort, and 85 to 99 was genuinely less than an hour. I also came out of that with over a million cash and 16 enhanced crystal teleport seeds, which I can exchange for 1600 crystal shards. Haven't done a single run of Gauntlet yet, and I already have almost enough shards to corrupt a Boa Faradinen. I also got a bunch of elite tasks out of that, which I really care about right now because I want to try and get the next tier of relic as soon as possible. So I'm really trying to find as many completable hard and elite tasks as I can. I am going to start hunting some Chinchompas. Should be really fast thanks to my Trickster relic, and these little guys are going to get me hundreds upon hundreds of points. I'm sorry, what? Did I misread? Does this not say that I cannot fail actions for Hunter? What is this? Alright, that was really fast. 94 chins caught, I have 63. I can now move on to red Chinchompas. And yes, it's early in the morning. Okay, I did have a brain fart and lose my 3-tick item like 3 minutes in, but it'll get better. This is so good. I'm just effectively continuously walking in a circle and there's always a Chinchompa in the next trap. I'm just continuously gaining Hunter XP so fast here. This is ridiculous. And this should be a very easy 200 point task for catching 300 chins, and that gives me Iron rank. Moving on up. I'm gonna really hope that there's no one deciding to PK at the black chins today. During the Shattered Relics League, I came here and got attacked by a PKer within my first 3 minutes. And now how this black Chinchompa completely surrounded. He has nowhere to go but straight into one of my traps. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. I feel kind of bad for you. It just keeps hopping straight into a trap. Well, that is 500 black Chinchompas caught. No task for that just yet, but once I do have the range level to equip them, that will actually be multiple elite tasks done at once. Alright, time to see how crazy the range XP can get with these 2-tick chins. Unfortunately, I have to say it's not going quite as fast as I thought it would, but I think it'll definitely pick up as my range level gets higher. Alright, once you do manage to stack them up somehow, the range XP does stack up, but stacking them up is kind of the problem. It's definitely not as good as the maniacal monkeys. Or even temple spiders for that matter. Alright, so it turns out that chucking knives at ammonite crabs is actually faster experience than Chinchompas in the abyss, so I'm gonna have to rethink my range training strategy. These are the strategies that they don't want you to know about. Chinning in the stronghold of security. I'm actually genuinely surprised that this is way better XP than chinning in the abyss. And that 65 ranged achieved, so now it's time for me to equip these black chins for 480 points. Whoa, that is incredible. I'm just going to try to use up all my chins, get as many range levels as I can, and then I think I'm just going to send some Gauntlet and see if I can get lucky there. Hi there. Please like the video and subscribe so that I can continue to come up with stupid training methods this league. Thank you. So I just opened up 11 Spoils of War and I got a lot of cool items. Unfortunately, I forgot to record the opening, but I got a Dragon Mace, which is, I think, a 1 in 600 drop. It does require Hero's Quest to wield it, but I do believe that will be auto-completed when I unlock Fremennik, so this should be actually a pretty decent item when I get there. Also, this other stuff is real nice, some crafting XP, some alchables, some runes, some more ammunition to train ranged with. Truly, there's nothing more fun a human can do than open boxes. So it's a good thing that I have even more boxes to open. Some clue caskets, which I'm hoping will give me unique items, which I'm hoping will give me tasks. Mole slippers, okay, perfect. That's peak fashions. Oh no, but I'm sorry, actually, I need to keep these Sage's Greaves on. Yeah, sorry, the Sage's Greaves stay on. Sorry, mole slippers. Alright, and that was the only unique item I got out of 10 caskets. Very underwhelming overall. Hopefully the easy clues are a little bit nicer to me. Alright. You know what? I mean, that's pretty fashionable. Definitely gonna hold on to that. Well, I got 2 medium tasks out of that, so not terrible. Actually, there's one more task I can get by eating some purple sweets. Ladies and gentlemen, I have 40 melee stats, 60 defense, 74 ranged, 53 prayer. I think these are some perfectly acceptable stats to send the gauntlet with. I'm gonna have to do the 5-to-1 method, which I've never done before because I only have one decent combat style. I mean, to be realistic, I really haven't done very much gauntlet at all, but hopefully this is not a complete mess. Are there even any monsters in here? I'm yet to find a single monster. Okay, well, that's a little bit strong for me with this thing. Where are the rats? Where are the bats? I don't get it. Well, took me 3 minutes to get a weapon frame, so this is already looking really scuffed. Well, that prep was extremely scuffed, but fortunately the regular gauntlet is super forgiving. Let's see how this goes. Well, that was clearly hella scuffed. Oh boy, this does not bode well for me currently. I am not doing good prep at all. Well, that can only be described as having gone terribly. Did you really not even get a task completion for completing a regular gauntlet? Well, as terribly as it went, I am tempted to try a run of the Corrupted Gauntlet. How many times will he fail at Corrupted Gauntlet before getting a kill? Comment your guess down below. Here's a hint for you, I suck at Gauntlet.